we couldn't have made these things. But at the same time, we are racked, our conscience is racked. All right, Mr. Mohandas Pai joining us on the broadcast as well. Mr. Pai, we are in obviously a complex and a difficult circumstance. It's looking really, really ugly. What do you make of the decision of the Supreme Court Chief Justice yesterday to actually release all the information, the videos, the photographs, everything into the public domain? Was it the right call?
No, I think it's the right call because the Chief Justice and the Collegium goofed up in the beginning. First, when the news came out, they should have asked the judge to go on leave instead of transferring him to Allahabad. Transferring to Allahabad, created a feeling that Allahabad is a dumping ground for unwanted judges. But you should have just asked him to go on leave so that investigation can take place. Only when the judge goes on leave can independent investigation take place. Then the investigation committee consisting of outsiders, not judges alone. Because there is a feeling that judges support their brother judges. They support their privileges. We have seen judges voting for themselves in that law passed by parliament where they said, oh, you can't interfere, because judges think that they have a divine right to give justice, which is not correct. They have to judge as per the constitution, and as per the constitution, judges are appointed by the president, and they cannot self-appoint themselves. They have arrogated to themselves the power to self-appoint themselves, which is very wrong. And some people praise them and say, oh, it is because there's political interference. Yes, there's political interference, that is true, but it's not that judges can become another source of power by themselves, apart from revealing judgments. And now, stung by the public criticism of what the Chief Justice has done, they're releasing everything in the public domain is good. Let there be transparency. Let there be full transparency in what happens. Let there be an independent inquiry. And I think if they find the judge had all the cash, and all evidence points to the judge being corrupt and having all the cash, he should be sacked. It should be made an example of. It should be sacked and criminally prosecuted if what is found is true.
But the question then, Mr. Pai, remains is how do we then conduct an investigation that is decisive and deliberate but does not throw the baby out with the bathwater?
Well, we need to have an independent this thing to do. Why can't we have a C&AG as part of the group, one judge, one C&AG, and the head of the vigilance, Central Vigilance Commission, 3 people. We respect the C&AG, the Central Judicial Commission also is respected, and one judge, retired judge of the Supreme Court, the 3 of them, to conduct. Now, Supreme Court passed an order saying the Election Commission should be decided by a committee where Chief Justice is there. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, they're giving themselves all the power to do things which is not there in the Constitution. So they're doing all that. Now when a judge has been caught like this, it is time that they demonstrated that they're very open. So we should have one as a C&AG, one as CVC, and one judge. Not 3 judges. Not 3 judges. That's very wrong. You have to clean up your house. And clean up your house doesn't mean that you are going to do it, because people trust and confidence will be low. How do we know that there's not going to be a cover-up? Because the starting point was a cover-up. Starting point was when they told the judge to be transferred instead of asking the judge to go on leave. I mean, that showed that they want to cover up. And I think we've got to take a very strong position against what happened. The entire process is wrong, because people in this country are very, very upset at the lack of justice, at differential justice, at the fact that some people can get a top lawyer and get justice, others suffer. So I think the judges have to demonstrate that they are worthy of the confidence that we citizens have in them, in this case.
Okay. Mohandas Pai, thank you for your thoughts there. The subtext of what Mohandas Pai, in fact, what subtext, the off-text of what he is saying is that if an inquiry commission is to be set up, it should also include non-judicial members so that there is public confidence that this is not the same cohort investigating the same cohort. Procedurally, is that possible? I don't know, because we